Hello, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger with some french fries and a nice soft drink. Thank you for watching, and now here is our feature presentation of TTBurger game reviews on YouTube.
Hello my friends, how you all doing today? Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and hope everyone want to join the rest of the year before we head into the year 2022. I am Tony, TTBurger 8, and bringing you another episode of TTBurger Game Review. Just we have a single part review here, episode 198, part 1 of 1. Going closer and closer to that 200th episode, which I have something special planned for that, so I'll be on the lookout there. Now today we have a fighting game. Not just a fighting game made by Konami. And a lot of people in this game we're talking about, a lot of people compare it to Tekken 3 and Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, and other fighting games. We'll discuss that later. This was the first fighting game released in the West by Konami, and it showed that Konami was good at making fighting games like that. Before it started, I want to give a shout out to Freaking HT and sub to MX Mac. Keep up the work, you guys are awesome. Looking forward to what your channels hold for you next. And we'll have to talk about here for this single part review of episode 198, part 1 of 1. We got a fighting game here, like much by Konami, called Kensei Sacred Fist for the PlayStation, also known as Boogie in Japan, called BUGI, released on November 30th, 1998. Let's get started here. Now, I will say that Kensei Sacred Fist is a decent fighting game. Not the best fighting game, but still decent enough to call it a game. A lot of people said, oh, this game is all Tekken 3 and other 3D fighting games such and Herpa Derpa and whatever. Now, I will admit, Tekken 3 and stuff was better, but it does not mean that this game sucks. It has problems, but still not a ripoff or anything. Let's just continue here. The story of Kensei Sacred Fist, actually there is no story, which is kind of a small complaint because I'd like to know more about the characters and such, but we have the manual that can talk about the characters, so I guess it can be forgiven. In this review, we'll be playing as the amateur wrestler character from Great Britain called Anne Griffith, and that's what we're going to be playing there. But now let's move on. The presentation here, the game has really good graphics with 60 frames per second for a PlayStation game, and this looks really good. The character models look really detailed, although they move like astronauts on the moon when they walk and everything, but that's just a small thing. The graphics are so detailed that you can see the character's shadows on the ground when they're moving and everything. The opening cutscene looks good along with the environments you fight and also. So that's pretty much what I gotta say about the graphics. Sound, same as the graphics, great music, has the rock and roll tunes. The voice acting here is not much, but still gets the point across. Characters speaking their own native languages there, and it sounds good. So that's pretty much what I can say about the sound here. Now, get into the meat of the review, the gameplay. Decent, due to some problems here. For starters, Kensei Sacred Fist plays like a 3D fighting game. It's not a ripoff of Tekken 3 and stuff. It's a decent fighting game. You have your set of modes like normal mode, time attack, versus, survival, and more, and an extra mode called running gag, or whatever you call it, where instead of fighting, you're running on a racetrack against the clock. The controls are good, but they do feel a little stiff and delayed at the same time. They take a little time to get used to, but not nowhere near as bad as like other fighting games I've played, like I don't know, Criticom and Cardinal Sin, and Versus, to name a few. And you go through each mode, fighting the enemies, and get the boss fights and the middle bosses, and you unlock the middle boss character and stuff like that, and that's basically what you do there. It's what you call a 3D fighting game, with combos, special moves, throws, cool cast of characters, and more. But now the bad. No story, which I know which might be forgiven, but you'd like to know more about the characters, but they're in the manual. No ending scenes when you beat the game. Once you beat the game, it goes straight to the credits, and that's it. And aside from the manual, you don't know much about the characters. The controls are stiff, the characters move like astronauts, you cannot jump in the game, which is weird because why can't you jump in a fighting game is beyond me. And while it is a good game, it was overshadowed by the better fighting games and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, Tekken 3 was better here, but still, this game was overshadowed and stuff by other games, but still, it's a decent game that should not be overlooked. Final thoughts, if you want some fighting game action with Konami in it and stuff, Kensei Sacred Fist should not disappoint you at all. I give it a 7 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it, but still, this game should not be overlooked if you want some fighting game action and some Konami action at the same time. And that's it for episode 198 of my TTBurger game reviews. What will episode 199 hold for us? Well, you'll have to find out next. All I gotta say there, if you'd like to see here, subscribe, like the video, comment down below, join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers United, and my Facebook group, TTBurger88, and on my Facebook page called TTBurger88. If you have a request for a game you want me to review, just comment down below, and I'll see if I can get to it. Which all I gotta say is Tony. Peace and out. Have a good day. See you all in episode 199. Take care, everybody.